Philadelphia, 1731. A 39-year-old printer named Benjamin Franklin is led into a small upstairs room above a tavern, blindfolded, hoodwinked in the language of the craft, a rope looped loosely around his neck. His shirt is opened on one side, one shoe removed. His pockets are turned out, no coin, no metal, nothing of the outside world carried in with him. This is the standard opening of the entered apprentice degree, the same sequence used across Masonic lodges for centuries, and Franklin, future diplomat, future signer of the Declaration of Independence, is about to kneel and take an oath he cannot take back. 3 years later, he'll be Grand Master of Pennsylvania. His printing press will publish the first Masonic book in the American colonies. But tonight, he's just a candidate in the dark, waiting for a voice to ask him a question he isn't ready for. This is the story of an organization that grew out of medieval stonecutters' guilds, adopted their tools as moral symbols, and became the largest fraternal society on Earth, while somehow convincing half the world it's secretly running it. This is the story of the Freemasons. For this investigation, we went back to the 1717 founding documents, the 1723 constitutions, and the historical record of how a trade guild became a global fraternity. Sources are in the description. Strip away the mystique, and Freemasonry is, structurally, closer to a well-engineered franchise than a shadow government. At the base, the lodge, a local chapter, self-governing but chartered by a regional authority. Each lodge answers to a Grand Lodge, the sovereign body for that state, province, or country. There is no global headquarters, no single Grand Master of the world. Each Grand Lodge is independent, which is exactly why it's structurally incapable of the kind of centralized control conspiracy theories describe. Membership runs on a 3-stage pipeline, the craft degrees. Entered apprentice, the initiation, the blindfold, the first oath. Fellow craft, the candidate returns and the tools of the stonemason are taught as tools of self-discipline. Master Mason, the final degree, built around mortality and the weight of leadership. Think of the ritual as a 300-year-old operating system, not designed to reveal information, but to install it. Every gesture, every password, every step around the lodge floor is a fixed instruction in a sequence that hasn't changed since Franklin's night in that room above the tavern. The candidate isn't told what brotherhood means. He's run through a process engineered to make him feel it before he understands it. A social protocol built for one purpose: bypass the stranger, install the brother. The symbols are the interface. The square, morality, keeping your actions true. The compasses, restraint, circumscribing your desires. The letter G, geometry, or God, depending who you ask, because the ritual is deliberately built to let both readings sit side by side. None of this is technically secret. It's published. What's private is the choreography itself, kept that way so every candidate, from Franklin's era to now, experiences it firsthand instead of secondhand. We've looked at the global reach, the founding documents, the 3-century membership list running through the halls of power. To understand what's actually being protected, you have to shrink the frame, down to a single room. From the street, the Grand Lodge looks like a blank monolith. We wait across the road as the light changes. A brass plaque, blinds drawn on the ground floor. No one enters, no one leaves. We ask for a walkthrough of the temple room itself. Not the archive, not the dining hall, the ritual room. We're met with a wall of silence. Here's the question that actually matters. Why? Not why is it private? Every club has private rules. But why has this specific thing survived every single pressure that should have cracked it open? In 1826, William Morgan didn't just plan to write a book. He planned to publish the choreography of a 300-year-old system, word for word, the exact sequence, the exact signs. weeks later, he was gone. No body, no trial, no confession. To this day, nobody knows what happened to him. And the disappearance was enough to birth an entire political party built on one promise: tear the order open. It didn't work. In the 20th century, Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and communist regimes across Europe didn't just ban Freemasonry. They imprisoned and executed its members for belonging to it. That's not social pressure. That's a body count applied by governments with the full power of the state, specifically to force this information into the open. It still didn't come out. So ask yourself, what kind of information survives a disappearance? A political party built to destroy it, and state-sanctioned execution, and still isn't public. Compare that to the money. Tens of millions of pounds a year, filed, audited, available to anyone who requests it. The finances folded under normal accountability the way any institution should. The ritual didn't fold under the most extreme pressure a government can apply. That gap is the actual story. Not that Freemasonry has secrets, every organization does, but that it has exactly one, guarded harder than anything else it owns, and has been willing to let people die rather than let it go. Whatever's in that room, someone decided a long time ago it was worth more than a life. And then there's the membership list. Presidents, prime ministers, composers, industrialists. Not one or two, a pattern unbroken, running from Franklin's Philadelphia to the boardrooms of today. The Lodge insists it stays out of politics. No discussion of it is allowed within those walls, and there's no paper trail proving otherwise. Maybe that's exactly true, but it hasn't stopped the roster of the powerful from reading the same way, generation after generation, continent after continent. Maybe that's coincidence. Maybe men who already understand the value of discipline, loyalty, and a network that never asks questions are simply drawn to a room built entirely around those things. Nobody's proven it's more than that. Nobody's fully explained why it keeps happening either. Strip away the aprons and the Latin and the compasses, and what you're left with is something almost disappointingly ordinary. Men wanting to belong to something older than themselves, wanting a structure that tells them who to become, wanting brothers who'll show up. The conspiracy theories were never really about Freemasonry. They were about the discomfort of not being let into a room. Humans have always treated a closed door as evidence of something buried behind it, even when, most of the time, what's behind it is just a folding table, some bad coffee, and men in aprons trying, imperfectly, to be better than they were the week before. The real secret of the Freemasons might be that there isn't one. Just 300 years of people choosing over and over the same quiet promise: that becoming a better man is worth kneeling in the dark for.